Hello everybody and welcome back to some Black Ops 6 Zombies, where I am going to be talking about a couple different things. One, I have every single weapon now Opal camo, and I have gotten quite a few Afterlives. My plan is to actually try and see if I can get every single weapon that in the game Afterlife, including the cleaver here, because I literally just got this gold like within 24 hours of this being recorded. And yeah, we talked about, well, that's basically the only thing I want to show off. I'll probably show off of those at the very end, that I have every single weapon Opal. Or rather, maybe I'll just pull up the tracker, because I do have the Nebula tracker. I'll probably just put a screenshot on screen of my current progress in terms of like the percentage and everything. Just as of at least the end of this video anyway. And you're probably wondering why I'm running the small mag. I'm going to be trying to do the electric cherry kills challenge. And I just prefer to have smaller mags on the Strider because this thing has no benefit when it's packed. That makes it easier to use, so there's that. But we're also going to be talking about the blog post that went up on Wednesday, 115 day. If you didn't tune into the stream, I did not talk about it too much, but I did do some camo grinding, played some Marvel Rivals. I do plan on trying to stream at least once a week, and if you are new here, subscribe. I upload every single day at variety of games. It's Marvel Rivals, Overwatch 2, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Splatoon, Pokemon, a bunch of other stuff. Like, basically, I try to play a good variety of everything. I also do a bunch of playthrough stuff on the weekends and on Wednesdays. Right now I'm doing playthroughs of Crisis. The Crisis trilogy, not all in one go, but it's mainly Crisis right now. Subnautica Below Zero, as well as a collaborative project called 16-Bit Winter, where I play through the game Black from 2006 on the OG Xbox. And, yeah, but we're going to dive into the blog post stuff. I'm going to be reading this from the blog post. I'm not going to be having it on screen or anything. Basically going to have a mixture of my thoughts and overall theories as to what's going to be going on. First thing is, obviously, this was posted on 115 Day, which was Wednesday. A bunch of stuff relating to the fact that we have double weapon, double battle pass, double XP, and double gobblegum, so a quad feed weekend. I'm taking advantage of that right now, the double XP mainly in the gobblegums, because I have every single weapon max level with the exception of a couple, but regardless. I mainly need those gobblegums because I've been running low on a lot of the ones I use, so. We also got a bunch of information relating to the next map, which is called The Tomb. And is releasing on January 28th at the start of Season 2, which shocked me and a lot of the other community members, because we didn't think we were getting a map this soon after Citadel. Citadel released, like, mid-December, if I'm not mistaken, because it released at the mid-season update, so not necessarily a bad thing. It was just very surprising to see that we're getting a map so soon, but from what they have said, and I will read a plot synopsis here. I don't usually like reading blog posts, but they've kept it very vague and not shown anything specific other than a couple lore-related screenshots, like intel, effectively. After surviving the horrific events at Citadel de Moore, Weaver, Gray, Carver, and Maya followed Gabriel Kraft's final words to a nearby excavation site to secure the sentinel artifact. Built on the remains of ancient burial grounds, suspected origins dating back to 2500 BCE, these catacombs went undisturbed for centuries till the early 1900s, and what lies beneath may run deeper than anyone ever imagined. As rumors have it, a British archaeologist by the name of Sir Archibald Fotherington Smythe conducted an excavation at the site back in 1908 with grand expectations. Although no one can say for sure what became of him, a handful of photographs from his doomed expedition have recently surfaced, and bunch of screenshots. I will link the blog in the description if you want to look at all the images. Treyarch has also posted quite a few of them on their Twitter, as well as Call of Duty tweeted one out. Basically a bunch of screenshots in like sepia filter, like the black and white sepia type vibe, like very old-timey photograph-esque photographs of this map. Then Treyarch says, we've crafted the tomb to provide an experience similar to Liberty Falls, by far our most played zombie maps in recent years, which I'm not surprised at, because it is the easiest of the three we currently have for camo grinding in terms of like the headshots, because you could do the bank. You could basically jump into the bank through the yummy freeze if you open the door, if you go basically via the roof. And you basically sit in the jug hallway and get headshots like crazy. So, yeah, not surprised. I'm personally not a huge fan of it, if only because if I have to hear Blanchard say, "Welcome to Liberty Falls," one more time, I'm gonna rip my hair out. Which, don't get me wrong, Blanchard's funny, and I like Blanchard, but hearing the same dialogue over and over and over again can get kind of tiring. It's why I'm currently playing with minimal audio right now. Not because it's bad, but because I am so sick and tired of hearing the same 9,000 dialogue options. Featuring tighter play space with a focus on replayability, just like Liberty Falls, revealing plenty of side use strikes, and a reimagined Wonder Weapon inspired by our past. That's all we'll say about that for now. A lot of people are saying it is going to be an Origins-esque staff, due to, one, the fact that they featured a creation that somebody made of it, a recreation of it IRL, as Celebration of Woman 5 Day, and also because of the fact that it's this dig site map. Now, I've made it very clear that I think Origins is an amazing map, but I think it is a little overrated in the sense of we've gotten other four elemental weapon maps that are significantly more fun. In terms of, like, progression-wise, not necessarily in terms of Easter egg, because I still think the Origins Easter egg, at least in my opinion, is still one of the more fun Easter eggs to do when you have all 4 players, because solo, no, I'd rather die, especially because of the beacon step, or the robot where you have to throw the beacon onto the seal and that whole thing. As a reminder, every Black Ops 6 zombies, or every zombies map Black Ops 6 relocation from the ground up for the mode, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy a wink and nod here and there. On that note, we're going for something a little more evocative with a Pack Punch camera this time around. I wonder if you told you one of the most iconic SMGs in zombies history was coming along for the ride. There is a lot of theories I've seen about what this SMG and what this Wonder Weapon could be. One, it is going to be a single Wonder Weapon. They use the term single, or they have specified Wonder Weapon, not Wonder Weapons. So I'm assuming it is going to be a non-elemental staff, like effectively the staff without an element attached to it. Or it is going to be a Ray Gun Mark II variant, which would be a little interesting. Or it's going to be a new Ray Gun generation in general, because we are technically on the Mark V, if you count the Ray K. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. I personally count it because if you try to pick up the Ray K in Outbreak and you have a ray gun, it says can only have one ray weapon at a time. So I consider it the Mark IV, effectively. A lot of people don't. I personally do. Obviously, it's up for interpretation. Regardless, we are on either the Ray Gun Mark IV or the Ray Gun Mark V, depending on if you count that. However, the SMG is where my ears perked up, because you know me, I'm an SMG player at heart when it comes to playing multiplayer, and I love me some SMGs, especially in the olden days of the old point system from Black Ops 3 and earlier, or Infinite Warfare and earlier, technically. I love me a good SMG, because you can just run around, you have really high mobility, you get lots of points. A lot of people are saying to be the PPSH or the MP40. May I suggest, perhaps it is the Thompson. Because if it is the Thompson, I will do unspeakable things in my pants. Because, fun fact, it is one of my favorite weapons of all time that is from the World War II non-modern era. Because of the fact of, one, it is, in my opinion, the most versatile SMG that is out there in terms of, like, COD. But it's also, in my opinion, one of the most well-designed because it's in every mobster movie. I know technically it's 2 different variants of the same gun. You get the civilian version and the military version. I prefer the military version because I think the military version looks cooler. But then again, that Tommy gun, we haven't seen the Thompson or the Tommy gun in a Treyarch COD, not counting Vanguard. I like Vanguard, don't get me wrong, I'm not counting it. Basically a primarily Treyarch COD, so think Black Ops game. We haven't seen it in a Black Ops game since Black Ops 4, which is only two games ago in terms of zombies, or in terms of Treyarch, but that was Black Ops 4, and the last map I think it was on was Blood of the Dead, I think? I could be wrong, it might have been on Tag or Alpha. I'm pretty sure it was last seen on Blood of the Dead. Actually, no, I can tell you for a fact it was on Alpha Omega, or at least on Tag, because I have vague memories of seeing the camo from Tag on that gun. I have a very vivid memory of it. Regardless, I'm not saying it is going to be definitively the Thompson, but consider the fact that there's a lot of SMGs from COD's past that are iconic to zombies. I'm basically holding out hope that it's Thompson, but I'm also willing to accept the MP40 or the PPSH. Out of the 3, Thompson. if I'm being realistic, it's gonna be MP40. Because when I think COD Zombies, my brain goes ray gun, MP40. Like, immediately my brain goes to the MP40 just because it's the MP40 and it's iconic. It's been in the most maps for a reason. Because it's a good gun, first of all, and also because it's iconic. I'm pretty sure it's been in I think it's been in every single game. Yeah, it's been in every single COD game except for Cold War. Yeah, it's been in every single COD game in some way, shape, or form since Cold War. Because it's in Black Ops 1. Obviously in World at War. It's in Black Ops 1. It's in Black Ops 2 on Origins. It's in Black Ops 3 as the HG40 on Death's Boat, as well as the MP40 on Origins Remastered. It's in Black Ops 4. It's mainly in Blackout, but it did get added into Zombies later. It's not in Cold War. I don't think.
I might like that better than shooting.
I don't think it's in Cold War. I think the only game it's technically not in is Cold War. But still, it's been in every single... Even then, if we want to say it's not in Cold War, it's in Vanguard. I got it gold in Vanguard. I would know. I never want to do that again. Both Atomic and gold in Zombies, by the way, might I say. But... yeah, so there's a lot going on there. Let me pull the blog post back up. Stay tuned for more details on the gameplay content coming to the Tomb and Zombies overall next week's Season 2 reveal blog. So, as of this going up, it is Friday, so it'll most likely be the 22nd, 23rd, most likely. Now, we got some amazing news. As you know, the first 3 maps were all had a dedicated soundtrack released with the release of the map. We had Citadel de Moor OST, which had the song from the Easter egg song Slave, both the Mr. Peaks instrumental and the normal version. And you know me, I love my Easter egg songs. We have gotten a teaser for the new song. I will not play it as I want to basically keep it, not necessarily as far as I do want to not get copyright strikes, as well as the fact that I don't have it pulled up on my PC right now. But, just in time for the new maps release, Treyarch's own Metal, Maestro, Kevin Schur, and the rest of the audio team are hard at work finalizing the original soundtrack for the Tomb, keeping it out for a full album of Ascending at the end of the month. Like many of you, we have fond memories from back in the day when we used to tease the next Zombies Easter egg song in pretty fun ways. This time around, you won't need to hit the game over screen for a quick hit of what's waiting for you in the Tomb. Any guesses of who our guest vocalist could be? And it is effectively a screenshot with, or not a screenshot, but a small clip of some of the music, as well as some very heavy metal lyrics from a very tattooed gentleman with a very, very clean bald head. I recognize it almost immediately as Matthew Heafy of the lead singer of Trivium, who, if you are a fan of the channel for a little bit, was last featured in Metal Hellsinger as one of my personal favorite tracks of the game, as well as not only appearing once, but twice, because of the DLC. The second DLC added 3 new songs. One of them was Goodbye My Morning Star, and then we have This Devastation. Obviously, if you've played Metal Hellsinger, you know those songs. They're some of my favorite, and I love that game to death. Obviously, it's a bunch of quality of life changes. We have a challenge tracking and near completion. Co-op pause, absolutely amazing, thank God, because fun story about the Citadel de Moor Easter egg. When I was playing with Scream, they had to run to the bathroom, and I had to protect them with the last zombie, and the zombie died, and the game kind of almost failed because of the fact of, oh, I don't know, the zombie died. AFK kick loadout recovery. You'll be able to rejoin with your loadout if you get kicked or for being AFK, so great alternative if for some reason the pause ends up failing or otherwise. Great little quality of life there. Separate HUD presets for zombies and multiplayer, which absolutely makes me happy, because you're probably wondering, I play on Classic a lot. I don't like the Classic HUD, or not Classic, I play on the standard default HUD. The main reason why I do is because I play multiplayer and the minimap's gone on Classic for some reason. So, with that being said, I'll be able to play with the Classic HUD without a minimap on the top left. And then in multiplayer, I'll be able to play it as if I will have to switch every single time, which is great. I love that. I'm so happy that they're listening and taking in some of this feedback that especially people like me who not necessarily really needed it, but the camo tracker and calling card tracker, good lord, would be amazing. Because the amount of time, I literally think in my stream, I had a moment where I was trying to get kills for Afterlife, I think on the PMM, or the 9mm PM, the starting pistol you basically get, and I was one away from getting it done. One, basically, 20 kill streak without getting hit. And then the game just said, nah. Because I X-filled. And then it's just like, nah, you're gonna be one away. I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? So, good to see when that's good to see that as a thing. Also, it's gonna be very risky, but I'm gonna try and melee this guy to death. But I still need to get full blown the cleaver. Die! 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 Okay, hold on. Okay, you have, like... Okay, maybe I don't do this. I should hit the box for a packed weapon. Is that an insta-kill? Hog! There it is! Also, unrelated, me saying hee-hee like that reminded me. We did have the Switch 2. I have no thoughts on it other than the fact that I am concerned about the new Joy-Cons clicking in the way they do, because that little bit that the Joy-Cons click into has me worried about possible snapping. That'll maybe a video on its own, maybe with Evie involved, because Evie is currently unavailable to talk about stuff that involves Nintendo, because they're at a convention right now. Also, I'm recording this literally the day before. I know I usually, like, I have been recording, but I am pushing this video back for this one. So, in fact, we have some stats regarding directed mode. And now, I'm going to make a video separate on this, but I find directed mode very fun and useful for the people who don't play zombies that often and want to experience a story for what it is, a really fun story. The people using the camo grind, I absolutely hate, because it's used for story purposes, not for camo grinding. Not saying you can't, I just find it a little cheap. And I will say I did abuse it to get the snipers' special weapons kills, the special kills done, as well as on specifically the AMR, because I got all the way to 9 out of 10. I literally just went directed mode and finished it, because I could not be asked. I think directed mode has its place. I am personally not going to be using it too often to do my camos, because I think it's a little cheap. But as I say, players have put over 480 million hours of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Yet, despite that, frankly staggering, our total main quest completion rate across both Zombies launch was had incorrect 4% before the release of directed mode on November 14th. All that changed. Our goal from the start for directed mode was simple: grow the Zombies community by guiding new players to the main quest with some guardrails in place, so they can experience the storyline and hopefully become lifelong zombie fans. Thankfully, the numbers are promising. Since directed mode went live, our average main quest completion has more than doubled, from 3.38% on November 14th to 8.23% as of the posting of the blog. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, pretty crazy, because of the fact of Terminus is... I'm assuming that's going off of both maps. Like, cumulative. I'm assuming most of that completion's probably gonna be on Liberty Falls. If it's including Citadel as well, I'm still gonna assume a lot of it's on Liberty Falls. Especially since Citadel's is very new. So I doubt if that's gonna be like less than 1% or like 8%. But that is crazy to me, because it means it's working. And that makes me happy. Because again, my main thing is, I understand a lot of the reason why Black Ops 4 and Cold War felt so lax, mainly Cold War, was they wanted to try and bring new players in. And I get not all the hardcore fans like the idea of having new players. Not necessarily elitism, but more or less the greater of the game suffers because they're trying to cater to the noobs more than they are the diehards, which I get. I understand that personally from a standpoint of...
I think I can get some
a lot of
extra
different
ingredients.
games, because it feels like a lot of games are doing the opposite of that. Looking at you, Destiny, sometimes.
Not gambling, I'm playing the odds.
Mainly looking at Salvation's Edge. Also, excuse me, I'm just had something to drink, so I'm a little burpy. But that is still pretty crazy. I love that. That's really good news. Over 90% of people who played zombies haven't completed a main quest yet, so our mission continues, but we're proud of these news results and excited to welcome so many new players into the fold with this new feature. They also did a bunch of fun little bits of behind the scenes about the weapon names, of how they pack-a-punch them. A lot of them are more obvious, and a lot of them are a little bit more, like, tongue-in-cheek. I'll read a couple, not too many, because there is a lot. The Tanto 22 becomes the Kubikiri, or the Kubikiri. I may be butchering that pronunciation, excuse me if I am. Also, yes, they fixed it, where it pops up the unlocks now. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, that was such a thing that annoyed me. Tanto was a Japanese sword shard, and a type with the blade on the inside curve was used for Kubikiri to cut the heads off of dead enemies for trophies. That's fun. Another one was the AS Val. I happened to pick it up, so I remember that was on there. Becomes the As If, which was a popular sign in the 1990s. Hopefully some of you have actual memories of this. And then one of my personal favorites. Where is it? There it is. Wait, no, I missed it. Sorry. The Jackal PW becomes the Embalmer JNPW. Anubis is the god of funerary rites, such as embalming. He has the head of a jackal, and JNPW is one of the ways to write his name in ancient Egyptian. That is incredibly fun. I looked that up to confirm, and it is real. It's not like Treyarch pulled something out of their butt. That is real, and I actually love that I love that they're doing that, and I really hope they do more. Like, I absolutely hope they do more, because I know they probably don't have all the old insights of some of the older weapons from, like, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. But I would love to see, like, more. Like, for example, the AK-74, becomes Rasputin's Rebuke, another in the series of Rasputins. It's hard to get rid of the guy. In reference to the fact of Rasputin was known as the unkillable man. Or, like, the man who can never die. And so it's a fun little nod to that. Also, the Caldernine X feels like yesterday, and then there was the life-sized Abomination. That was on there. They had a little screenshot of that back in the studio. Bunch of community stuff. Two things were teased, at least that were teased in the blog post via the community stuff. One is somebody posted the entire perk collection that we've had of cans since Cold War's introduction. Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Stamina, Mule Kick, Dead Shot, Quick Revive. Let me actually read it left to right so I can start over. Stamina Up, Speed Cola, Juggernaut, Deadshot, Quick Revive, Mule Kick, Tombstone, Death Perception, Mental Pop, Melee Machio, and a PFG Flopper. Treyarch says, hell of a perk collection. Could our next perk call be somewhere in this photo? Teasing the idea of either Mule Kick, Death Perception, or Tombstone coming back in the tomb. My bet is going to be on Tombstone. Not because it keeps coming back, but because I feel like Depth Perception is going to be kind of counterintuitive, because the fact of Depth Perception's main benefit from Cold War was related to salvage. So unless it's being retooled again, I thought I wouldn't go down there. I'm talking, it's fine. I'm not taking this game super seriously, so it's fine. I don't think it's going to be Depth Perception unless it gets retooled a second time. A bunch more different screenshots and art pieces, cosplays. A lot of them are really fun. A nice tattoo of the mark from Shadows of Evil. If you remember the way they kept track of the beast thing, the little mark at the bottom of the screen there. So we got a tattoo of that. Unironically, a tattoo I've thought about getting a few times. The only reason why I haven't is I'm not huge on gaming tattoos. Not because, oh, cringe, blah, 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 blah. Not because of that. It's just, I hate the idea of getting a gaming tattoo and then falling out of love with the game. You know, that's more or less my reason. Same reason as to why I was still a little hesitant to get a band tattoo on me. But it even if I don't like the band did enough for me that it warranted doing it. Then again, going back here, 8 years work and sitting here, and a full metal one is still on the way. of it's an image of an ice staff, and quote, ... and here's an incredible family version of the Staff of Ice, which we're definitely not highlighting for any particular reason other than the quality of craftsmanship on display. That is the big thing that's telling people that the next weapon is going to be either the ice staff specifically, or at least a staff. I am of the personal belief of, I think it's going to be a scepter type thing, where it is going to be effectively a magical stick. My theory, personally, I think it is going to be a Scepter of Ra. Why? Because of the fact that there's a Sentinel artifact involved, and the fact that they're doing something evocative with a Pack-a-Punch camo, makes me think they're gonna make the Chaos Pack-a-Punch machine make an appearance. Do I think it's gonna be a Chaos Pack-a-Punch camo? No, I don't think so. It might be evocative of a Chaos Pack-a-Punch camo, or maybe evocative of the Weaponized 115 Origins Pack camo, because a lot of people are saying that as a theory. Generally speaking, I am very excited for the Tomb. My overall thoughts in terms of where the story is going is I am very interested in where it's going. There has been a couple of twists that I kind of saw coming because of the intel, which, don't get me wrong, I love that the intel does give you a lot and you can re-listen to the radios and stuff like that. I do feel bad that a lot of, like, the biggest reveal of the main Easter egg is literally spoiled to you in the intel, which is kind of annoying. Which I understand, but it's like if you have at least enough brain cells to be able to read, you realize what it's kind of teasing. But there is still some vagueness to it that involves a lot. If you're curious what I mean, the reveal of Kraft being Richtoft's or Edward Richtoft's adopted father is revealed via one of the intels, one of the radios, several of the radios specifically. And again, while I'm okay with it, it still feels very like, I wish you didn't tell me that, because now I feel like the impact of the Easter egg doesn't have as much punch, if you will. But I have plenty of theories going into what's going to happen here. Big theory is going to be, we may or may not. A lot of people are saying that because it's old gods, because of the fact that we're talking about Vanguard, one of the deities from Vanguard's, the weapons, like, not the weapons, the field upgrades from Vanguard might make an appearance, like, in terms of one of them. And there's also said there's going to be plenty of nods to, I think somebody said, one of the developers said on Twitter, also I know he just died, I don't really care. One of the developers said there's going to be a very tongue-in-cheek nod, oh, nice finger gun. Tongue-in-cheek nod to a past game and canon. I am 100% convinced they are going to show off the God King from World War II. Because of the fact that this map is in France, and it is, obviously, which is a little weird, but it's in France, and it's in a dig site, and it is very analogous to World War I, because 1908, that's pre-World War I. So I have a feeling it's going to be either related to the God King of World War II, some more chaos shenanigans, or it'll be kind of leaning in towards the line of, like, Origins era, because Origins is 1912, so 4 years before Origins would take place. Also, at the very end, there's a big blurb about the California wildfires, which, first of all, if you're in the California area and you've managed to evacuate and you're staying safe, please continue to do so. The world is a scary place, and with all these wildfires, I've been absolutely devastated to see how much of the damage. There was a graphic that I saw, and if I can find it, I'll try to remember to put it in, of the map of GTA 5, but the areas of the wildfires were mapped out, because it is a really good recreation of LA. And just to see the amount of actual damage that it's done actually is, in that context, is, like, devastating. But that being said, I don't want to talk too somber for too long. I'm excited for the next map. It drops at the launch of Season 2, which is in less than 2 weeks. Oh my Christ, I already realized it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Crisis. If you did make it this far, if you made it this far, leave a comment what you think the SMG is. What do you think the SMG is going to be? As well as leave a comment on How about this? Leave a fun comment on your favorite Call of Duty SMG in COD history. Doesn't have to be zombies, doesn't have to be multiplayer, it can be Warzone, Blackout, multiplayer, zombies, anything. Just your favorite one. If you want to do one per mode, go ahead. If you want to do one just for overall, go ahead. I won't stop you. My personal favorite SMG of all time, in terms of COD, it will still be the PDW-57 from Black Ops 2. I love that thing. But a close second is the Cordite from Black Ops 4. Love that thing. Or the Weevil. I love the Weevil. I think the Weevil's a little bit more fun just because Shiloh's a Weevil. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next video. Last chance to make. Hey, everybody, stay safe. And I'll see you guys sometime next week again for another stream. Most likely doing some more of the Destiny 2 stuff that's going to be coming out. That's pre-Heresy. As well as, I'll see you guys at the end of the month for some more Black Ops 6 Zombies content. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Everybody, stay safe, and to show off the Afterlife camos that I do have, I have the HE1, I have the Sierra 9mm, I have the 9mm PM, I have all of the snipers, the Frontline, the SVD, the LR762, the AMR Mod 4, I have the DM10 done, I have none of the LMGs, none of the shotguns, I think I have the KSV, no I don't. I was working on the Jackal last. Oh, and I have the Goblin as well, because the Goblin's a semi-automatic weapon. I hate the semi-autos doing that for anything, but yeah. I'll see you guys next week with live streams to make. Everybody, stay safe out there. I know I've said that twice now, but again, I want to reiterate, stay safe. See you guys next time.